I believe that the reason God created man was for management.
Really? I have never heard it put that way.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
God will never allow growth where there is no management.
Wow, wow, wow.
So instead of praying for things from God, pray for the management ability.
Everything I tell you is true. Everything I open my mouth and I say is correct because heaven directs me on what to say. Eligwe, heaven will tell me and I will tell you it will come to pass in front of your eyes, not behind you. You will see it happening.
God will withhold things from you if you cannot manage them.
When you look at the facts that something around 1 million people perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments.
Vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
Excuse me. No way.
When the time comes,
it's
okay.
What stupid country is this? So when it's just you try somebody's secret, when you like, you try a secret, when you like it's in public, what stupid country is that? What stupid country is that, I ask you? When you like, you try and when you like to try in private, they are killing my people. They are killing my people. They are killing They are killing my people. After killing my people, you tell me what to tell in secret? The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell Buhari, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me. He's a madman. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. You're telling me secret trial. Is the person mad?
I, Nnamdi Kanu, will sacrifice anything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra comes.
We hereby declare no election, no 2023 general election in Biafra land. This no election in Biafra land has been activated. We are going to make it a task that must be done by every Biafran. All measures will be put in place to make sure the adequate civil disobedience is implemented to stop the election in Biafra land.
the meaning of discovery, it means to bring to light something that is buried on the ground. If you can accept that, then you know that Biafra is coming. There is nothing man can do about it. It's too late. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun.
Yes, as our leader have said, and as he stated right there, it is way, way too late to stop Biafra. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun. And today is the 94th day to our freedom. 94th day to the freedom of God's people, Umuchineke. The true Umuchineke, not the cults of Umuchineke that belong to Ejiofor and co. We're talking about real Umuchineke. Welcome to the program today, Why Africa, on Biafra Global Network. I want to say thank you to every one of you who are logged in right now and are watching live from wherever you are. I want to appreciate you. I'm sorry I couldn't make it yesterday because of activities that actually kept me, busy until evening, so that even the 5 p.m. in the evening, I couldn't show up. I was really disturbed. I was saying, oh my God, I couldn't make it today. Yesterday was supposed to be the Recreating Biafra program, and we're supposed to have a very wonderful time and also have our guest, Prince Ezemi Hanacho, in the house. Today we're having Why Africa program, which we are going to be moving, and we're going to be replacing from next week, Friday. Rather than having Why Africa program, we're going to be having the Alliance and Focus. And we're going to be featuring some Oduduwa media personnel next week. So we have concluded on that. We're going to have them on the program by next week, Friday, 1 p.m. Biafra time. So today is going to be, 93 days to go. Thank you so much, Ma Glory. Thank you so much. I was still looking at yesterday's updates. Anyways, let me go straight before I begin to say other things I need to say. Let me go straight to the messages. I want to thank you, Kennedy Obilo. I salute you. This is the period of military decisions where we're taking the forceful decision to our freedom. So we are going to be adopting military strategies and military approach here. So I salute you also from here, as you're saluting me also. Thank you so much, Kennedy. I want to thank Aubrey's Dishes. You're the second person to actually, your message here. Good to have you also in the program live and direct. You are here. Thank you so much for being here. Shabbat Shalom, Kelechi and everyone. Thank you so much. Aubrey's Dishes. I want to thank Ma Gloria Matthias. Good morning, watching it. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much for the message and also for correcting me on the number of days we have to count the countdown programming. And of course, I know every Biafran is counting. For those who said it is impossible, it's going to be impossible. It's not possible. They're going to die. If it happens, well, prepare your casket, as Mazi Simon Ekpa will say. Prepare your funeral. Prepare the program for your funeral. Arrange every detail. Tell them what to do when how they are going to carry out the funeral, what they should give to who and who. If you don't have anything, to your name, you just tell them how to bury you and where to bury you, and just prepare yourself, because according to the words of your mouth, you shall not see the blessing. You shall see Biafra, but you will not enter into it. You will not enter into the glory of Biafra. As much as you have said that it is impossible. If God has ordained that some things will happen, and then you on your own, you say that those things are not going to happen, and then something is wrong from somewhere, and so that's just it. So sorry, I have a call. It's an important call, but I won't pick it now because I don't want to be distracted here. I'm going to do it after now. So that is it. So for those of you who believe in Biafra, we are going home. That's my desire, to meet you, in Biafra. And I thank you all here. Today is the special announcement we're making and our resolve on how we're going to treat the issue, of the killings in Biafra land, and all of that. And then we, of course, they now know, if you check in Biafra land, you see the military checkpoints are being empty. They understand the narrative. Now, as Mazi Samanepa said initially, before I go into all that anyways, I want to say thank you to you all. And I want to say this is Biafra Global Network. Please like this video as you're watching and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Then forward on all your social media platforms, because we're going to be talking about critical things today and making reference to things that concerns us collectively. First, we're going to begin with the announcement that Mazi Samanepa made yesterday in the live broadcast. First, I want to thank Mazi Namdekano for giving us this opportunity and for the grace of God upon him to have allowed himself to be an instrument. Even if the hand of God is upon him, he's also submitted himself to the calling to make sure that he does what the kingdom has ordained him to do. Now, suddenly, of course, Mazi Simon who upholds it and takes it to another dimension. I want to thank him for actually accepting that mandate and giving himself to the call of God upon his life and refusing to be distracted by any force of darkness. That's why the spirit of Biafra is in control and it's more potent than any other. I want to thank Professor Banji Akintoye. I want to thank Sunday Iboho. I want to thank the media personnel of IPOB. I want to thank you all, my comrades. I want to thank the media personnel of the Oduduwa world and the Oduduwa nation. I want to thank the media, the Umuadas of Biafra, and also I want to thank the Umuadas of the I said I was going to go look for the name that they call their women. The Umuadas of the Yoruba or Oduduwa nation. And then I want to thank other parts of the people who are held outside their will in the contraption, who are now rising up to actually be part of this mandate to free themselves. I also want to appreciate the ESN, the Alliance, and everybody. And I want to appreciate the committees, working in various levels and all of that on the issue of on the issue that has to do with freedom and all of that. Every committee, we have so many committees working under the umbrella of the autopilot mood that we are in of IPOB, and then to restore Biafra and make sure that we have the best system and structure that will help us so that we don't behave like the zoo, because so many things that are happening within us are typical examples or typical signatures of the things that are characterized of the zoo, and that is what we want to dismantle. Everybody must be on guard, because or else we're going to be in trouble. We must dismantle every mindset, every formation that represents Zoo's ideology in our lifestyle, in our behavior, in our actions. Yes, we know that we all are coming from that, as our prince would always say, that poto has robbed us all. So we have to wash it off, So we are going to wash ourselves with the truth. We are going to adopt the truth and use it to saturate our minds, saturate our spirit, our soul, so that we can be refreshed and focus on Biafra and give Biafra a new definition rather than the definition of the zoo. So that's what we're focused on doing. Those who understand and mean well for humanity will never see any reason, let alone seek to justify the animal notion of France or China needs to restore or destroy Africa to survive. Now, suggest any idea that will encourage the putting of cats among I can see the rest. It's half here, so everyone should read it. Putting humans perspective of what I can see it clearly here, because it is cut here. So let's read it. That's from our prince. He has posted something, and all of that, and we can also read it. So let me post the next one that he has posted. I will propose that Finland be known as a true land of the free when Biafra comes next year, because Nigeria is weird and extraordinary. Biafra and Yoruba nation will emerge in an extraordinary way. Yes, that's it. That's true, because Finland has stood behind Biafra all these years. These are people of truth. When you know people of truth, they are consistent. Finland has been consistent, in spite of the fact that the generation that actually supported Biafra during the genocide against Biafra in 1967 is gone, and a new generation is handling the operations. Yet they hold on to the principles of their consistency, the principles of justifying and holding on to truth. They are still supporting. They are behind Mazi Samanepa, behind him strongly, so that no evil can actually come against them. And that is why this message is so unique and so wonderful. So let me read the next message. I'll propose. Okay, I've read it. So thank you so much, Princess, and thank you so much for that submission. Thank you so much. Good morning, Mazi Kelechi. Your program didn't show yesterday. Hope it's okay. Yes, my brother Everest. Sorry, Amedo. Sorry. Yesterday I was even very, 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 very not happy that I couldn't come on because of some things that held me back. and some circumstances, that beyond my control, I was held up so that I wouldn't actually access, the position of which I was going to be able to, a comfortable position to actually do what I have to do. I want to thank you all for joining. I know that we have less views today, but I know that people are not, because of yesterday we couldn't come up, and of course today we came in late, 5 minutes past the hour, so I want to thank you all. Now, the special announcement we're going to be making today, and I want to reiterate it because it is very, very important that every Biafran and everybody who is in Biafra land will understand these factors, and of course, that for us to have our freedom, we must take decisive actions. Now, the problem is that whenever you talk about sit at home, all this while you talk about sit at home, staying away from campaigns and all of that, our people want to defy it because our people think that they have rights to behave anyhow and to do things anyhow. But we want to assure you this time that we have gotten close to our freedom, and you have no right to defy the order of our collective action to get ourselves free. When you do anything that defies the order of disrupting the plan for freedom, you are going to suffer the consequences. And that is the truth. If you look at the Ambazonians, when they say sit at home, everybody, including fowl, including birds, you see birds flying, and birds will be careful. Everybody sits at home because everybody respects their nation. Ambazonia, they respect their nation. Why is it that when it comes to us, our people want to prove that they are too knowledgeable, they are too smart, and they are too, you can't hold them, you can't tell them what to do. This time around, sit at home is sit at home. If you have strong head, come out. Whatever happens to you, it will be on your head. Your family should prepare your funeral. Because when we talk about freedom, we are talking about you for your own good. That's why this has been done. Yasere Kende, good afternoon. Thank you so much, my brother, for joining. Good to have you. Okay, it's a continuation of your greeting. Okay, so thank you so much for joining, my Oduduwa brother. Thank you so much. Link other Oduduwa people to come and join. And remember, next week Friday we're going to be having a discussion with the Oduduwa media here. They're going to be, some of them are going to be here. 2 of them will be here. A lady and a male will be here. The first and the second edition of our discussion or our joint, talk with the Oduduwa and some Oduduwa media personnel. So 1 p.m. next week by this time, we're going to be having them on stage or in the studio, and we're going to be discussing things that concerns our collective interest. Now back to the issue of the sit at home. On the 9th of December, which is Friday, next week Friday is sit at home. 9th of December, which is Friday. Saturday, sit at home, 10th December. Sunday, sit at home, 11th December. Monday, sit at home, 12th December. And then on the 13th, we're going to have a break. And then Wednesday, which is 14th, sit at home. So Friday, December, sit at home. Saturday, December, sit at home. Sunday, December, sit at home. You that is so religious, you think that you have to go to one ministry. I was discussing with somebody today, and the person was telling me how they were told to pray for Nigeria in their ministry. This is a very prominent ministry with somebody I expect to know better. I've done many things with their ministry, in terms of ministry. I've done so many things in training their choir, in relating with that ministry. But I'm surprised that even our people are always concerned about their selfish interest, because they have built so many structures all around. They have strong structures in Lagos. They have structures everywhere. They feel, I'm going to lose my investment if Biafra comes. And I don't know why they have that kind of mindset, because Biafra is not going to destroy anybody's investment. All you need to do is when Oduduwa have their nation, they will secure your property, they will secure your business. The only thing you do is you re-register and do other things, the other documentation, and you need to do all that to go on. It doesn't destroy your business. So why are you fighting Biafra? How can somebody who is from Biafra tell his congregation to be praying for Nigeria? That is why I tell people, the people you stay under, if you stay under an ignorant leader, you would be worse off. You will be destroyed. That is why I pity those people who go to ministries where they cannot even tell them the truth. Ministries where they tell you to pray for Nigeria. That tells you that your pastor or your bishop or whoever, whatever he calls himself, does not even have insight, does not have foresight, cannot even see, does not have a revelational sight. Because if he has a revelational sight, he will understand what Nigeria represents and how Nigeria is a distraction to you under them, even to them that are thinking that they have the investment and all of that. They don't know. They don't know. So which spirit are they operating under? When the Spirit of God says we have to be free, If the Son shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Yet the people who say they are serving, doing their work under the sun, don't even know what freedom is about. They tell you freedom is just to give your life to Christ. Is that freedom? That's not freedom. In fact, giving your life to Christ is not an issue, because the truth about it is that once you accept Christ, once you say you believe in Christ, you're already giving your life to him. And then you begin to walk yourself up and do the right things you need to do, and make sure you stay in the line of what he has preached and said. So, but when you are under bondage and held down, and some people you call your leaders cannot even tell you that you're under bondage, and they still keep telling you to pray for your slave masters, to pray for that, empire that has actually structurally put you in their bosom, to be subjugated and kept low, then something is wrong. These are the things we're talking about. So we're telling you right now that Friday, we already have, I wish, okay, if I knew, I would have just posted this stuff in there, but I cannot bring it up now. But listen to it. Friday, December 9th is Sit at Home. Saturday, December 10th is Sit at Home. Those of you who want to think that they have to go and give offering somewhere before they know they are worshiping God. Sunday, December 11th is Sit at Home. If we find you in any place, that's your ministry, where you say we're going to, that place must be closed down. You better call that your pastor who don't have sense, who think that freedom is a very bad thing for the people because he has to secure his business interest. Call them, since they cannot tell you the truth. We have declared Sit at Home in Biafran. And on Sunday, every place must be closed, including worship centers. Sit at home, worship God. He will receive your worship. He will bless you. He will do great things for you. Monday, of course, as usual, Sit at Home. Then Tuesday, we're going to have, a break. So you go to market, get what you want to get, and then return on Wednesday, Sit at Home. This action is the freedom of the Biafra people and also for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So you must understand, this has been signed by the spokesperson of Biafra on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. On behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so you should understand that the Sit at Home is a serious business. It's an instrument in our hands, and so very important. You see what happened when they told you to come and protest. You see what, when our women brave women came out to protest. You see what happened to them. So we're now telling you, sit at home, because we will take a very better action, for us to get free. The better action is to sit at home so that nobody comes to pick you and say, because nobody will come to your house to pick you when you sit at home. So you have to understand all of these details. Very, very, very important. Now we're supposed to have our guest, but he has not showed up yet, and so keep up with what we're doing, for today. Now we want to look at I want us to look at something critical, very important. I'm going to play a particular video now, which I'm going to use for analysis today, so that you can understand. Now remember, when we talk about Africa, we are first talking about our nation. Charity begins at home. So if we talk about the freedom of Africa, we must look at our nation first. Now you understand what is happening. Now you see when Mazi Simon began to decimate Ejiofor and exposing his devious actions, his diabolic actions, his evil and everything. Suddenly, you see why. Let me say this before I even go on the issue of playing the video that I'm playing right now, and also to be able to analyze on that. My reliable comrade Kelechi, Mazi Kelechi, you are welcome. Thank you so much, Amoku. Thank you I'm glad to have you here, and your message also good to have you. Thank you so much for joining. Now let me tell you something about these two people. You see, when people are operating in lies, they tend to be shameless and stupid. And that is, it is shocking. If I don't know who even told them that it is now the time for them to come and tell us that the person that killed Okoro or Gentle they should arrest those who killed him and all of that. Oh my God, these people are shameless. You see, when God wants to expose people, he exposes them very, very well. Mazi Simon began to expose Ejiofor. Suddenly, they have come with a narrative that a court gives order that those who have you see how shameless Ejiofor. That is why I tell you, Ejiofor is just shameless. Very, very shameless person. Shameless person. It's so shameful. Childish and shameful. Now, suddenly, because he has been told, why all this, why they have given you a compensation. Now, we have not talked about Gentle's family. We have not talked about those who killed Gentle. Suddenly, he has gone. He's even shameless to even be the one to publish it on his Twitter and wherever he posted all those nonsense. It's so shameful. Evermat, thank you. Good evening from here. Mazi Kelechi Ndewo Ndi Biafra. Thank you so much, Evermat. Good to have you. I actually mentioned your name the other time, even before I saw your message. So good to have you. Chidix Ahams. Chidix, good afternoon, Master Kelechi. Thank you, Chidix, for joining. I want to appreciate you guys. Now Ejiofor comes out to post yesterday that the court has given order for this. Oh my God! Now remember, the interview he granted about 1 year ago, over 1 year ago, right now, he said categorically. Of course, you listened to it when Mazi Simon played it. He said, if they don't say those who came to kill Gentle, he's going to expose those he had meeting with. In the first place, you want to expose those you had meeting with. That means you feel that they are connected to the killing of Gentle and they are connected to the attack in your house. But yet, on the day of the attack, that same morning or towards that evening, you still went to a meeting to the people that you think are connected to the attack. You still went to a meeting with them. Who, even Jesus himself, when Jesus was on earth, by the time he's been attacked, he runs. The Bible tells us that he will, through the crowd, he will run away and go away to avoid being lynched or something. As much as he is God, he came in form of man, he still would run away from when he is to be lynched. Jesus himself runs away. You, Ejiofor, know that some people want to kill you. You still went to the meeting, not protected, nothing. You went to the meeting. That tells you that it was a game plan. As stupid as you are, you just expose yourself anyhow. Thank you so much, Kende. You have Jesus himself hides when people want to kill him, and because it was not yet his time, he hides away. Sometimes he will exude supernatural powers that they want to kill him, but they will not be able to do it. But you now, someone who calls yourself, yes, I missed them, John. Yes, I missed yesterday. Yes, all is fine. It was just something beyond my control. Before I could access, finish what I was doing and all of that, it was already evening and the time passed. Even for the 5 p.m. program, it's passed, so I couldn't actually meet up. So I'm sorry about that. It was not really, I was so bothered that I couldn't come up because I really had so many things to say under the Recreating Biafra program. And of course, Prince was supposed to join us, even since we're not going to have the Oduduwa program today. He was supposed to join us yesterday, but I couldn't actually do that, and we lost that. But anyways, we're going to fix it up, and definitely I hope by God's grace, if we're not 1 p.m., we're going to be 5 p.m. hopefully by God's grace, so that we don't miss out in anything. So now he tells us he's going to expose those people he had meeting with, indirectly making us understand that the people he had meeting with have a direct connection to the attack in his place. That tells you that something is wrong. Please let me call you back. Please, on the broadcast now. I'll call you back, please. I'll call you back, please. Thank you. So that is what we're saying, So now the same people that wanted to kill you, that you feel and know that they have a connection to the attack in your house and killing of Gentle, knowing how brutal they are, and according to you, they came for you to kill you. You still went for a meeting with them. You went for a meeting, went to meet them the same day they came to attack your house. Now you are saying that if they don't reveal the people who killed, then you will reveal the people you had meeting with, which means that means you are telling us now that you actually know that these people are part of those who came to kill, and it was a collective program, but you wanted to just play a prank on the mindset of the people. And now for the past 1 year plus, this happened in June, and for that past 1 year plus, you have not said anything about, you only talked about the compensation. You said done and dusted. They have given you, judgment. And now, thank you so much, John. Fabulous, you're back. Thank you so much, John. Yes, I will always be available as much as nothing hinders me. And by God's grace, nothing will hinder me. And so, as much as that is, the courts never said anything about the people who killed. They only told you they're going to give you compensation. You were celebrating everywhere. You have been given compensation of 50 million or how much, I don't know how much it is. And then you were talking about, you never talked about, the family of, Gentle. Neither did you talk about the killing anymore. Neither did you talk about, going to reveal, since they didn't mention the killing and all of that, you're going to mention the people who actually you had a meeting with. You never said, until Mazi Simon appeared and began to expose you. And then it now seemed like you want to make it look like this has been in the court and the process has been on. Why would that be a separate filing program from the normal file. It should be part of the, when you were going for the case and the judgment they gave you previously. All of these was supposed to be part of the judgment. How come it is now suddenly you are having a separate judgment for just to review the people who came to attack your house? How come it is now it's a different case from the case you actually put? That means, are you saying that initially in your case you didn't put this clause in your prayers to the court? Are you saying that the issue of Gentle was not part, and revealing the people who killed Gentle was not part of what you included in your filing when you were making your filing to the courts? So if you are telling us that, that means you are very wicked, you are devilish, and you know what happened to Gentle. Because if you didn't include it previously in the filing you made, to the courts, and now suddenly it is now another case different from that one you filed initially, and you make it a different case, that means you are selfish and greedy. You want to first get your benefits. You want to first get the pay that they are promising you using the case, the issue of court case. Then when you get the pay, then you now begin to pursue and chase shadows. Kende said, that is the spirit we're talking about, sir. Yes, that's the spirit. This is the spirit. So Mazi Samanekpa has started exposing him with all the evidences. And now he decided to go to court to reveal the issue, to talk about the issue of Gentle and the killing of Gentle. So it is now time to talk about Gentle, which means previously he never even thought about Gentle. It was never part of Gentle. The business is not about Gentle. The interest is about his interest and, of course, what he stands to gain. That tells you that he's part of what happened to that guy, and it is an evidence that he's criminal. And the truth about it is that, you see, let me tell you guys, unless those who are not smart in our midst, everybody who is smart and who is wise, intelligent, knows, not just smart, but intelligent. By the evidences before us that Ejiofor is actually behind the whole issue of kidnap of Mazi Nkanu and everything. Now, Mazi Samanekpa comes to label this kind of allegation to somebody who claims to be a lawyer, who said over his dead body will Mazi Samanekpa be given the leadership position which Mazi Nkanu has ordained. He said over his dead body, meaning that he hates Mazi Samanekpa. So now Mazi Samanekpa now comes to begin to raise this kind of allegations, grievous allegations against you, very serious allegation, and yet you are not reacting. You are telling the people to calm down. You are not seeing it. What more and how else would you have an opportunity to nail the person you hate and you want dead? The person you are telling to come to Cotonou, if he has if he knows he's serious, he should come to Cotonou to come and say what he's saying. That person you hate so much, you now have an opportunity to nail the person and make sure that the person goes to jail. The opportunity of the person laying the allegations that you actually masterminded the kidnap of Mazi Nkanu. Yet you remain silent. Yet you are not saying anything. Instead, you went to the court to try to talk about Gentle. Yet you refuse to go to use that opportunity and say, wow, he has given me a reason to nail him. I'm looking for a way to bring him down. When Mazi Nkanu said he should take the position of being the leader for the meantime until he is back, I refused. I said over my dead body. Now he has been fronting himself as a leader. Now this is an opportunity to take him out of the scene. He has accused me of kidnapping Mazi Nkanu. A whole me, Ejiofor, being the legal counsel, one of the people, defending Mazi Nkanu. He's accusing me. This is an opportunity. Let me grab it. I must nail him with this one. He's accusing me of killing Gentle and all of that. He never did all of that. Rather, he is trying to calm their e-frogs so that they stop firing. They stop firing. Yes, blessing Chuku. Aside his interest being for the money was the promise for the deal. So they use the issue of court to front as if it's a court case and then pay him money. So that it will serve two purposes. People will say, oh, they have compensated him for what they did. But the actual reason for that is to pay him the back of the deal he did for them by killing all these ESN commanders and all these ESN members that have been killed in his house. It was, rather than pay him the money directly, they want to use it to paint another face so that it would be that they actually brought the case to court and the court now decreed and said what they have to say. So they have to give him the money using the guise of the courts, but it is actually the payment for the killings of ESN members and commanders that he has masterminded. That's what it is. So it is not all about his interest being in the money. The program that they have together is that this is what we're going to pay you. So for them to actually, they have paid in part, so that for them to actually make it look like a legal thing, they have to allow the issue of that payment to be like a program in the courts. So the court makes pronouncements and then they pay him the balance. That's the means of paying the balance. That's what it is. You know, that's what it is. Ejiofor is a criminal. Yes, my brother, Emmanuel, it's a criminal. And yet, he is refusing, as a lawyer who knows the implication of somebody coming to slander or somebody coming to blackmail. He knows the implication. He knows that if he goes to court, Mazi Simon Ekpa will, if Mazi Simon Ekpa is not saying the truth, he will go down. So he should have used the opportunity now to get Simon Ekpa down. Since he's looking for a way of getting Simon Ekpa down, he have seen an opportunity. He's not saying anything about it. What does that tell you? You, this e-frog there, who don't have sense. What does that tell you? It simply means that he is part of it. Because if he is not part of it, he would have gone to the court to bring down Mazi Simon Ekpa. Because it's in court, this kind of allegation will knock Simon Ekpa off if he is not saying the truth. It will put him in a that he will regret himself. For years, he will be locked up. But you know why? Ejiofor have seen the opportunity to prove that he's innocent. He cannot go to the court. That means he's not innocent. Because if he's innocent, he would have looked for this, he would have seen this as an opportunity to nail Mazi Simon Ekpa and put him in the dungeon. And put him in the dungeon where he has been desiring that he remains. And that would have been the easier way to get him off from fronting himself as the leader, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said he should be. So if he has gotten an easy access to nail Mazi Simon Ekpa, he's not doing it. What does that tell you? You, this e-frog. All these e-frogs out there that don't use their brains. So we are telling you that, and I keep saying it here, that Ejiofor is a criminal. And Ejiofor must pay. He has said it over his dead body. So it is that over his dead body that will be the payment for him. Ejiofor catering, calm down, is now receiving his water. He has not even seen yet. God is annoyed with him. Oh my God. He has not seen anything yet, honestly. He has not seen anything yet. He has exposed himself. He's now telling the people to calm down because he doesn't want to be exposed further. And he cannot go. He's telling us that nobody should listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa, but he cannot go and use the courts to stop him, because the best way to stop Mazi Simon Ekpa is to go to the courts. That would have been legal. That would have been very more potent and effective. But rather, he is telling the people, calm down. Which is stronger? Which is weightier? The courts saying, Mazi Simon Ekpa, you are guilty of this. Why are you blackmailing this guy? We sentence you to so number of years, and that will calm everybody down. Than coming to tell the people, calm down, calm down. That tells you are guilty. He's a fundamental criminal, and he is the biggest criminal that have been caught in this time. And because he has been caught, the countdown on Biafra restoration is more effective. That is why Chukwu did it, that in the process of counting down, Ejiofor was exposed, because the biggest threat to this was Ejiofor. And now he has been exposed. The whole threat has been dissolved. And suddenly, Ohaneze now are coming out to accuse the governors of the killings. Ejiofor, a strong man, was agent, they know every of the plants are exposed and they have been disgraced. So with that knowledge now, sorry for that brief interruption, the network. With that knowledge now, they have actually become devastated, confused, and running helter-skelter everywhere. Because the masterman, who is an undercover agent, being a lawyer and have access to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also have access to the people, who the people think they think that the people will always trust him. He has been busted. Now look at what Ejima wrote yesterday on tweet. He said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in control of the situation. What does that tell you? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows what is happening. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not daft. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us the template on how to free him anytime he's in problem. That was why he endorsed the action of Tompolo. He said, I cannot forget these guys. This is what these guys did for me. Okay, it's cracking. Is the voice still cracking? Please tell me so that I can refresh. It's breaking. Oh, Mr. Dazayan also says it's breaking. Okay, please let me refresh, please. Let me refresh so that we can have it better. The network signal here is poor. The network signal is poor, so let me refresh. Yeah, please. How is it now, please? Someone should tell me, is it okay now before I fix the video? So I know whether to refresh again or to leave it. So I know the audio is coming out very well before I connect the video. Is it okay now, please? Let me receive a message, please. The network is still poor here. I can see the network signal here. Okay, thank you so much, Unstoppable TV, Movement TV. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. I can see the messages coming in. It's better. It's okay. Thank you so much. So now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us a template on how he can be freed. He gave us a template from the previous dungeon experience he had. He said that the militants under Tompolo did what is supposed to be done by the actions they took to energize and to establish his freedom. They hijacked ship. They told the government that if they don't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will do worse. They were attacking installations. They were, taking hostages. They were doing these things. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out and said, these guys did well. What does that tell you? He's telling you that the only action that is needed to free a freedom fighter, or when he finds himself in that kind of situation, is that kind of action that he recommends. Did you hear him say that the courts actually made it possible? He never said so, because he knows that the courts, even from the other video I was playing when we started the jingle, you heard him say there, they don't obey court orders. They don't obey court orders. He knows that the courts that belong to the enemy can never give justice to the truth. So why would somebody like a Jofo come to think he will manipulate over 70 million people? Why would such kind of criminal come with that narrative telling us about to be quiet, to be calm? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling us that to be calm is not the solution. The solution is to hijack ship. The solution is to break down the law. The solution is to destroy the zoo where you don't find me. That tells you that he's not speaking with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What he speaks with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not what he comes to project to us. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tells him is not what he comes to tell us. He tells us something contrary to the mind of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says, Tompolo and Co did well. I can't forget them. In fact, because of them, I am not going to accept the 7 states or 5 states of the Eastern region. I'm going to accept that the whole of Biafra be free at once. It was because of Tompolo and Co that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused to accept the Southeast states as the only states to be freed. He said, I want everybody, both the ones in the coastal region, to be part of the freedom. Every territory that belongs to Biafra, because these guys took actions that I want, that I love, and their actions got me free. Their actions got me free. All right, let me allow the calls. Because we're supposed to have a guest, but he's not here. So it's going to be a general discussion thing. You can be our guest. So you can call in if you want to call in. If you want to call in, Chijoke, he said, can someone call in? Yes, you can call in +212. And let me post the number there so you can call in and let's hear your mind on this matter before I play the video on others. And then we finish for the day. You can call in. The number is there. So the number is +212 707 898 194. +2127078989194. So you see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us a template on how he can be freed anytime he gets into trouble. It's either you take this kind of action, which Tompolo has taken, or you burn down the zoo. That is the clue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave to us. Are you going to tell me that you want him to tell you something else from the coffers of the enemy in the dungeon? You want him now to tell you something else different from what he has told you when he was free? Is it now that he is gagged that you think he's going to give you another thing to say? It is when he was free that you should hold on. That word he gave you when he was free, that is more potent than what he's going to say when he's in the midst of the enemies. Because the enemies can inject him. They can do anything to make him just say what he's not supposed to say. I even heard Emeka asked to burn down the zoo anytime he goes missing. I'm going to play that maybe by tomorrow. I'm going to get that video and play it. I'm going to look for it, please. I'll try and look for it. If I don't get it tomorrow, latest by next week, Monday. Also, I'll try to get that video. I'm trying to remember where it is. You know, I'm going to play it. He said, anytime you don't find me, burn down the zoo. Somebody who said that kind of thing. And now one idiot calling himself a legal practitioner. An empty person coming to tell us to calm down, that the actions we are taking, the man said we should calm down, that we are his enemies if we burn down the zoo. When he has told us to burn down the zoo, you are telling us now that if we're planning to burn down the zoo because he's incarcerated and because of the freedom is illegal. It's not what he wants. It's not part of what he wants. How? How? So you can call in now if you want to call in. I think I've opened it. Let me open the stuff here so that the call can go through. So that those who want to call can call. You know. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. And it's good to have you. So the line is open now. You can call in if you want to call in. The number is there. Mwachuku Mwakego. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for good afternoon, Mazi Kelechi and Autopilot IPOB. Thank you so much, Mwakego. Thank you so much. So we have a call. We're going to take this call right now and listen to his voice and his submission. Thank you so much for joining. You are welcome to the program. This is Biafra Global Network, and you are live. Please go on.
Thank you very much, my brother. Biafrans all over the world, I greet you all. This is Okenwa calling you from my location.
Okay.
Yes, I hope we'll, you know, what I want to tell you is, brother, I enjoy your program so much. God bless you.
Because, thank you so much.
You know, diversification is very good. Because
yes.
Every day you wake up, you eat ogboro, you eat ogboro. If you see why Autopilot Media Team is unique is everybody has their own way of doing it. You have a way of incorporating your colleagues in this media to balance it off, for us to have the balance. And that's what the jealous, the other lost sheep, they are jealous. Instead of them to accept that we have failed, their pride and envy will not allow them.
Yes.
So why I want to call in, you see, the Tompolo you mentioned,
yes.
I wish you, the Autopilot Media Team, would take up that version of speech as in Nnamdi and discuss on that, because that speech was rich. It was actually that speech that made everybody to understand. Do you know, let me tell you the templates of Nigeria playing it. That is why they rushed to give Tompolo that contract.
Yes, you're
because
correct.
They know what he did.
Yes.
They know that, you know, Asari Dokubo was trying to position himself, but they knew that the guy that really played the game was this guy. That's why they went for him. Excuse me, are you talking, brother?
Yeah, go on. Yes, I'm listening to you. We're listening. We're all here.
All right. So that's why they went for him. And you know, now something is happening. You see, for the meeting, if you bring it together now, the meeting Ejiofor and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife had with Asari Dokubo will take, they are on the far opposite side.
Very well. Very well.
And they know it. That's why he said that Nigeria is fighting them at all fronts. Now, Tompolo should be wise, because why I'm saying this thing, he should be wise is that, you know, many of us, devil cannot give you something to do something for him, and he will allow you not, because he knows that you must open up someday.
Yes.
So what our brothers, our sisters in the coastal region, they need outreach. It's not that they don't want freedom, they want this freedom. But their problem, because I have reached a lot of them. There is something that I want us to do. I have been crying out on this, if we can do that. To have this grassroots report from the coast, go to that, go to English, go to the, just send one of the media, even if it's something locally, to do as if all these guys where they do prank.
Yes.
Meet these people and let the world see what they are passing through, and let the world hear their heart. And when you get all these clips on a weekly basis, if you can do it as part of the program, and you open up and share, tell Biafra, these are the grassroots information, both from the coastal region and from the hinterland. Go to people, villages, go to the houses, and okay, you might not even mention anything about Biafra. You might not even sure that if somebody can be free to do that better. When you go that, you see that these people from the coastal region, they need this thing today, tomorrow. But the problem is that they are being subjected to accepting what the elite told them, or how they want to, what they must accept. It's unlike us, who have been freed, because average Igbo man, people speaking Biafran, is just like once you are of certain age, you behave like the white. Once you are a certain age, you have your own freedom to do whatever you want. Since you can make it, you have already started making money. So what I'm trying to tell you is that Tompolo they got was their really, you see, that's why Buhari could brag. That's why Asoro could brag of Biafra and all these things, because of they got that contract and they took it. So we should also do intelligent work on the grassroots, on these people. Let us not attack much on Tompolo anytime, any day. Just go through that Martin Sandicalu's broadcast. You will understand everything. Yes, we might be looking at this guy that he has raised, yes, but we should know that he played a role, and he will still play more role. But what their problem is because of this thing, Ejiofor is. That's why I'm connecting the dots. Ejiofor knows what he's doing. He's playing a role with Asari Dokubo and the other people, so that he will create the impression to Tompolo and the other people that, man, you're your own. You know, this is we are not grateful for what it is. That's exactly the impression. That's what I want to. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. In fact, you just said everything the way it's supposed to. It is the way it is. Not even supposed to be the way it is. You actually made a point that, in fact, I would have, I want to drive on, as we go. And you said it better and better. I thank you so much for your call. I appreciate you so much, and I know Biafrans have heard this. And in fact, the issue of us, getting people on ground who are going to be like spies, and who are going to just get information in disguise, coded way of getting information from the ground, from the grassroots. It's a fantastic idea. I've never looked at it, that way, but it's good you brought this idea, and I'll see how we can get that to work. We really need reliable people who would actually, be able to take this mandate. Some people are afraid, but definitely what you have said, because if the people are now decide the spirit of Biafra everywhere, see the flag of Biafra everywhere, and nobody's saying anything, everybody's supporting it. People are happy to see women carry our flag at this critical time. Carry flag and walk on the streets. Big flags, not even huge ones. They are holding the flags, the huge ones, and carrying it and walking boldly. That tells you that the narrative has changed. And what you have said now is very, very critical. And we're going to put it to work. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Mazi, for calling. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. The line is open. The line is open. If you want to come in, you can call in if you have an idea or something, a concept, so that we can rub minds together. You see the fantastic concept he has given. Let's get from the grassroots so that people will not think that because of some people who are people like Asari, who is talking, then the whole coastal region people are actually saying that he's saying the minds of people. The people are not on their side. The people are not side of Asari and Co. The people are against them. So we need to get these facts. Know what is happening to them, know what they are suffering, and then get the fact of their position about the zoo. Majority of them, over 95% of them are against the zoo and want to be free. So that even the 5% that is left, they are people who have not actually, they know that something is wrong, but they don't know what to do. Thank you so much. I'm delighted for that caller. You just made right points, you just made right points, that are very fantastic. So the line is open if you want to call +212 707-898-194. Send us, let's hear your ideas, or you write something, or type something that will give us a perspective to what you have in mind. Tampolo is a cynosure of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has in heart. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us an express understanding of what should happen whenever this kind of situation plays out. He gave us a template and expressly told us. He poured out his heart in that message. He said, I can never forget, this is my brother. He's a brother. I love him. That is why I promise. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had to go extra mile to put himself in harm's way without accepting to take the 5 eastern states. Southeast, what they call Southeast, those divide and rule tactics. He said, I want everybody to be free because of what Tampolo and Nkugba did for me. Those they call South-South, what they did for me. Even if we are all part of that South-South, that name, that brand they want to brand, we all there are part of it. They call us South-South, we're all South-South. They call us Southeast, we're all Southeast, because that whole region is Eastern region. So if you that whole region is also part of the South. So if you say we are Southeast, we are all part of the Southeast. If you say we are South-South, we are all part of South-South. If you say we are South, we are all South. So there's no brand they'll give us who will not know that we are these people. We are all together. They can't divide us. How can Fulanis, cattle rearers divide us? How can they think that they can divide intelligent Umuchineke? No, it's not possible. So the coastal region people have this information and they know who they are. And by God's grace, we're going to see how we're going to get men on ground to get details so that we can be having updates and all of this to hear the minds of people, in a coded way, what is going on. So definitely that is very, very, very important. Now I want to show you something very critical for you to know. Those of you who are those e-frogs and those people who have decided to look down on what you are doing and despise the countdown. Today is the 93rd day to our freedom. Some people are counting it down. Isn't there any problem from the coastal region that is this struggle? Isn't there no anyone from the coastal? No, we have lots of them that can do the needful. Yes, you're going to. Please, if you are here, okay, now good. You said this now. Blessing Chiku. If you are here and you are from the coastal region and you are in Biafra land, or if you are abroad, you know someone in the coastal region, because we need different people from different points, different location, in that coastal region, who has somebody on ground. If you are here, you have somebody on ground, you know somebody in the coastal region who can do an underground work tactically. It's not going to talk about Biafra, just relating and looking around and just complaining like every other person, the situation on ground, the situation of things happening to everybody, and just getting the minds of people, letting them talk and secretly record it, voice recording. Let's have those information. Please, if you are one of them, call me after the program on this same WhatsApp number that we're calling with here, +212 707 898 194. You will see the number scrolling on the screen. Just read the messages scrolling on the screen. You're still going to find. Okay, let me put up the caption that should contain that. Sorry, this caption was supposed to be for Sunday and we've been using it. Oh my God, let me put up the caption that's supposed to be for this, for this particular. Okay, you'll see the number there. So you'll see the number scrolling. Once you read through, you see all of these messages, you see the number. Just send a message or call me after now so that we can talk and we know what to do. because we need to hear the voices of our people in the ground, on ground, and the voices of the people in the grassroots. So it's very, very critical. This is a very critical one. You know, Chi Buka says, I'm ready to fight for my freedom. That is the spirit for my freedom and the freedom of Chukwu's people, the people of God, you know. So good to have you. I'm having another call from Margaret Jogwe. So thank you for being here. You are live on the program. Margaret Jogwe, good to have you and hear your voice.
Good day.
Yes, please go on. You are live and direct. Go on.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm calling in respect of this our coast region. I remember, if not about 3 months or 4 months ago, speak with Masu Ugo. There is one woman that used to call from Akwa Ibom or Calabar. Even the woman has to speak in her language, Akwa Ibom state, and all the speak in dialect. Connect to Masu Ugo. If you still have the contact of that woman, there is a woman I have not forgotten.
Okay.
Please.
Yes.
Ask Masu Ugo.
Okay.
No, there's one woman. I think there are two. Either one of them is living abroad. One is on the ground. One is in Biafran.
Okay.
Yes. So I've watched Masu Masu Ugo program. That woman connects with that woman in the village. He was speaking the language. I follow it. You know, I used to follow it all the time. So speak with Masu Ugo. He will tell you. He knows.
Okay.
Very important. Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. I'll speak with him. But yet we still need more people, you know, because, you know, the area is big. There cannot be one person cannot be everywhere. So we need people in different locations. And so we want volunteers and those who can connect more people to this. So I'm going to get that detail.
I have one friend here. She's from Ogoja. But for the moment now, she's in Nigeria. She travels. She's coming back next week. I have, you know, she's in Ogoja. So maybe when she come back also, she can, I don't know whether she has.
Okay, you can still connect her. You can still connect her. You can still connect her to reach out to somebody on ground. Since she's going to return, we need somebody on ground who will be giving us updates. You know, because this person must be there and relate to the people and get information indirectly and in a coded manner from the people. So we need somebody on ground. So even if she's going to be returning, you can still connect her right now so that she can reach out and make that arrangement before returning or send the information to you. And then we can reach the people and then we work together, you know, and all of that in that regard. So even if we are going to have her to respond, we're going to have people on ground also responding. So we need the balance of information from every, and especially from those who are on ground. So please help us do that. Please help us.
Okay, I will call her today. I will call her.
Okay, please do.
Discuss with Masu.
Yes, I will do. I will do that. Yes.
Anyway, I will do that. I will call her right away.
Okay, please do. Okay, please do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling in and for being part of this. It's very important. Yes, bye. Yes, thank you so much. It's very important to know that Biafra is a spirit and the people are set. Everybody now sees it as a responsibility to take action. And that is why you listen to me or wherever you are in the world, it's your responsibility to take this action that we are talking about today, because we want to make the world know that this is not about a group of people. You know what the world do? They select a group of people that they actually have poisoned or manipulated and bribed and use them to position them as your leaders. And then those ones will now be speaking and they say the people are speaking. That is why we want to get the voices from the people directly. Nobody stands on our way. You know, Nigeria is not a state. Our freedom has become inevitable. Biafran people are ready to leave Nigeria. Nigeria is not a state. You know, if you remember the definition I gave about state and all of that, Nigeria is not a state. So Nigeria is just a business structure. And I've explained that previously. I think I did that 2 days ago. I talked about that. And I'm going to continue in that narrative by Tuesday next week. You know, because we're going to be looking at evident history, and I'm going to talk about how Nigeria is not a state. I'm going to extend, you know, the information to criticalness of Nigeria, why Nigeria is not a state, looking at the structural makeup of Nigeria, and also linking to the fact of what a state actually represents, so that we'll be able to get all of this. Ogolo Josh says that we need VOB in Akwa Ibom and River State. Yes, these are. In fact, we have VOB in I think in is it in Calabar also? But it's not widespread. You know, these things are transmitters and they have a limit they can go. So more will be gotten so that it can spread. We even have in Igocha So more will be gotten so that it can spread. So that is why we have the fundraising that is coming up soon, being organized by the media team to see that we raise funds to buy more transmitters. These things are expensive. Transmitters are over $2,000 for one, and of course they cannot cover one. If you have, for instance, if you have a transmitter in Owerri, you might need more to cover all aspects of the Imo states, for example. You need more of it to cover up, cover everything. So for the fact that you have in Imo Owerri does not mean that you actually have in you actually have one in maybe Ngopala also. That the one at Owerri may not, the reach may not get so far to the point to that Orienta area also towards Aba and all of that. So you need more to cover up, even towards Olu. It may not reach there, because you need more to cover. So we need to buy more. So join that fundraising so that we can get more. And of course, if you know people who can buy, somebody who can buy one transmitter, link us to them. Get us connected. This is the time Biafrans must be doing all these underground works. As we are doing the countdown, it is not for us to fold our hands and wait for Mazi Simon Ekpa to carry it out. No, it is for us all to do what we have to do. If you know those who have the resources, who need to understand what we are doing and then be part of funding and doing what we are doing, connect them, contact them, talk to them, tell them, see, your funds are needed, because if you don't get involved, that money you have will become a problem to you, because by the time the attacks and the fighting come and all of these things come against you, by the time the Fulanis come after you, you will lose everything. So you need to fund. By the time they kidnap you, you will pay dearly. So not to get involved in that matter, to be a victim, you have to fund what will save you from it. Let them understand all of this, to get them all to be part of this so that we can, and not a nation as well. Of course, you have to be first a nation to be a state. So, I explained that 2 days ago. So those who were not there yet should go to broadcast of Wednesday. You will find Wednesday afternoon on this platform that is on Tide of Affairs program. Check it on Wednesday. Tide of Affairs program we had 2 days ago. You'll see the details, and I'm going to speak more on this next week during the Evidence History Tuesday next week. Evidence History program. So I'm going to speak more on that. This era of political election has taken their brains. That's the thing, But of course, we know many people are getting delivered from this anomaly and this madness. May God continue to strengthen you guys. Okay, thank you so much. I say Orie, Orioma. Okay, Orioma, Elu, Orioma. Thank you so much, Eluoma. Thank you for the prayer. The impoverished. You're talking about the impoverished, right? Let me continue from it. The era of political election have taken their brains. They're impoverished or something. That's what you're trying to say. Okay. Thank you so much, Obolo Josh. Obolo, I think you must be from that Calabar area or Akwa also from that area. I think from that area. Let's see whether you can be very useful to getting people who can be part of this. So that is what is happening. Now I'm going to play a particular video so that you will know what is happening. So that for those of you who are saying that this is not true, it's not going to happen, this is not going to happen, where you get which freedom, blah, blah, which days. Let me tell you that the zoo knows. The zoo knows that the countdown is countdown very effectively, and very effective and very potent. They know that. Let me play this video so that you can understand what is on ground. Then you know that you are just fooling yourself. You're out there telling yourself that it won't happen. You are just praying you don't become a victim of circumstances, because the spirit of Biafra has ordained it. In the 93 days from now, Biafra will be free and nothing will stop it. Nothing can stop it. So you better believe it now and save yourself than to not to believe it and become a victim. Listen and watch this video critically.
Is conveying thousands of Hausa, both Mobo and indigenous, back to north, all the way from Akwa Ibom. Can you see them? See the other one. See the other one in front. They have passed not less than 40 luxuriouses with police escort from the north. Look at the police van escort. Look at the luxury. Police escort is conveying them with escort back to north. Look at the way they're warning. All from Akwa Ibom, we'll be monitoring these people. Everybody should be very, very vigilant. Be at alert. Be at alert. Because these people don't know what their aim and objective are. Look at the bus, full of Hausa Fulanis inside this luxurious bus. Look at the police escort in front. You will see the pickup now. Everybody should sit up. Igbos, sit up. Yorubas, sit up. Middle belt, sit up. This is not a joke. These people are planning for war. They are telling us to go. Police escort. Can you see them? They are planning war. These people are planning war. I assure you, be very vigilant wherever you are now. Things are not just normal. Thank you. Don't say I did not warn you. Thank you.
Now, did you get that the message from that video? One thing you should understand, one, is that the Fulanis are one with the Nigerian government. That is why you see police escorts going with them. Because the interest of the government of the zoo, which is not even supposed to be a government, is Fulanization. So you see, they could secure the escort of Fulanis. One, this should send a message to you that one, they know that something is about to happen. And of course, they are ready also to play ball. They want to play ball. They want to attack too. So they want to remove their people before they attack. And then they're also telling you indirectly that we are removing our people to save our people for the attack we are coming to make. And two, they are also telling you that we know that you people are serious for your freedom. It may cost our people's the life of our people. We are taking them away from your land, so that whatever happens, we are safeguarding our people. Now, again, it is another evidence that the Nigeria contraption is backing the Fulani killings, the Fulani system that is killing the people. So you see, anybody who thinks that nothing is happening, it is just one of those countdown, should know that something is wrong with them. Either you go for psychological, test, and therapeutic test so that they will help you recover, or you better come to the truth. The issue of freedom is smelling, and they know it. 93 days to freedom of Biafra. Nobody can stop it. Nothing created, not even anybody born of a woman in this first place. Nothing created can stop it. Before I go on that, let me look at this message. I am from Opobo. Okay, Opobo Kingdom, of course. Opobo also, you can have all those places. We need people who can really help us, who can be on ground. Are you in Biafra land, or you have somebody in Biafra land? We need you also to be part of this. We need our people. This responsibility of carrying out these things effectively is in everybody's hands. So we have to be part of it. And Chi Ebuka is saying that, how do I join the volunteer force? Chi Ebuka, are you in Biafra land? If you're in Biafra land, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know, these are the things we don't come on air to discuss. If you're in Biafra land, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. You understand my message. You know what to do. So do that thing that you know what to do if you're in Biafra land. But if you're abroad, then of course you relate with like minds, around you, and then you know that people are preparing also wherever you are in the nation you are, they're preparing, and you have to be join them also forcefully, to be part of those who are ready and battle ready. This is the spirit, being able and ready to join force with your people. And so you know what to do. If you are in Biafra land, you know what to do. Most problems are Biasha and Delta. Yes, where we have most problems, where we have most problems. So definitely we are going to all those problems and all those areas, all those gray areas and all those places where there are situations going on. We know that's the hot points and those places. So definitely the people responsible for all of that know all of those details. They have all of those information and details, and they are doing everything they have to do to make sure that we achieve our freedom. So the job you have to do is to be part of this by getting people who can inform us, who can give us information, who can talk with us, and all of that. Christiana Okorie says we must surely leave the zoo. All hail Biafra. Certainly, we must leave the zoo, and we shall leave. Nothing created can stop us. Yes, I'm married to Opobo. but I'm not in the zoo. Okay, Oriema, okay, Orioma, okay, Orioma, not Oriema, don't mind me. Orioma, okay, you are married to Opobo too. I saw the message from this other guy, Ogolo Josh. He said he's from Opobo also. So Orioma, please, if you have people that you can connect us with, since you are married to Opobo, you can also connect us. Who can give us information from your area, from Opobo, and all those, and the environs? Every aspect of Biafra land must be, we must get information from every aspect. Let's know what is happening in those places, and let's all be part of it. So please get those information too. So you see that video, it actually tells us a lot. Everybody must be alert. Everybody must be set. Remember, the countdown has begun. Special operations will be happening from the 9th, Friday, 9th of December, 2022. That is why our spokesperson have announced on behalf of Biafra people, he has announced the lockdown, total lockdown, sit at home of Biafra land. Friday, 9th of February, 9th of December, this month. Don't mind me. 9th of December, this month. That is from next week. 9th of December. Next week, Friday, 9th of December. The lockdown begins. The lockdown. Yes, I know you said you want to join the volunteer force. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm responding. I said, are you in Biafra land or you are abroad? If you're in Biafra land, you know what to do. You know how to go about joining the volunteer force. Because if you're in Biafra land, you would have the code from what I'm saying. If you're abroad, then you can connect with your other autopilot driven persons, and then you would know those who are part of also volunteering to be part of the showdown as soon as they are called to come in for that exercise, that military exercise that will bring the total security of our borders, the total security of our territory. So you know what to do if you are in Biafra land, Chi Ebuka. So please, that is it. It is not online. We come to tell you, go and meet this person and go and meet that. No, it's not. You should know, once you're in Biafra land, the spirit of Biafra is everywhere. You know what to do. And the spirit of Biafra has directed and has given the inspiration to every Biafran on what to do. And the program is on. So go and do the needful from what you know what to do. So that is it. So, as I was saying, the return or the getting of our freedom is sacrosanct, and we are set to go home. Let me read what Blessing Chukwu said. I mean, the people of the area don't think to be ready for freedom. No, don't say the people are not ready. Blessing, they are ready. Forget about whatever these other people, those ones who have opportunity to come to the media, people like Asari and all of that. What they say, they don't represent the voice of the people. That's why we said we want to now get people who can actually get us the voice of the people, so that we can narrate the voice of the people and speak about them right here, so that people can know that the people on ground are desirous for their freedom. Very, very much desirous for their freedom. That's the truth. Forget about all this noise that these guys are making. Those ones are, they have, that's why I told you initially that what the Fulanis do, or the British do, is that they position people who would actually sell the wrong narrative as rulers or leaders. They position them as leaders. So anytime anybody's going to speak on behalf of those places, those ones come out to speak. And when they come out to speak, they speak poison and rub it off on everybody, so that everybody will think that these people are actually saying the same thing. They are actually saying the minds of the people. No, that's not true. So just know it's Chukwu blessing. Just know it that the people, majority of the people, want freedom. Majority of the people, I can assure you that. Onigo says, what do you guys think before you know what they are doing? But they can't keep on doing it. It's only a T that will hear that it will be cut down and still standing. Only a tree. Okay, I understand what you're trying to say. Of course, we cannot just stay and allow it to come and cut our heads. That is why we're doing what we're doing, because our freedom, our culture is very sacrosanct and important to us. Every instructions are obeyed from the autopilot. Sir, okay, good. Please do. And of course, the number to contact. The number is scrolling on the screen as you read the the footage, you see on screen. As you read it, you'll see the number there. You see, please subscribe to this channel and then like and share on all your social media platforms, and then to spread the good news. And then also follow us on, then you'll see the number will appear along the line as you read through, and then you can pick up that number for inquiries and direct call into the program. Oh, grammatical error there. Okay, and direct call into the program. Call on WhatsApp +212-707-898-194. So that's the number there. So always look at it, watch the number as it comes, you pick it quickly, and then you can write it down somewhere. And then for Biafra Global Network, Ma Gloria says, please let someone share this program with Dotland Media too, so that it can get to our people who have no access to on YouTube. He's doing a great job on Facebook. Thanks. All right. So somebody can do that and get this along, so that it can circulate. Somebody can get it, and so that it can circulate. It's very, very important, for our people. Remember, on the 9th, next week, Friday, is the total lockdown. On Saturday, 10th, total lockdown. No fly. We'll kill the fly. Any fly that passes. See, we're not saying we're going to kill Biafrans. Try to understand me. As I said, flies pass. You know what flies represent? Any zoo animal. Anybody representing the zoo. Anybody representing the interest of the zoo. Any of those Fulanis. Any zoo animal that want to kill Biafrans, we will kill them. Because Mazin Amdani said they will kill us, we will kill them, and Biafra will come. So for us to be able to kill these animals, sit at home so that you don't become a victim along the line when the bullets are flying everywhere. Because bullets will fly. If you don't think that, now we tell you how it is, we are not no more hiding, because they have been coming with the shooting from helicopters, doing lots of things, killing. So now we're going to tell you the way you should know. So as they come to kill, we are going to engage them. That's why we're telling you to sit at home. Because we want to engage them. We want our streets to be clear. We want to see them. Because they are using you as, they'll come and attack communities and all of that. And everywhere is busy. So we want everybody to stay at home. When you stay at home, then we'll see them on the streets and engage them. Because these are evil people they have come to kill. And the way to respond is to put them back. That's what we're doing. So please stay at home. On the 9th of December, this month, next week, Friday. On the 10th, next week, Saturday. On the 11th, Sunday. You that is so religious, very religious than the Pope that even created the Roman Catholic Church. Stay at home, or else the Pope cannot save you. Because when the zoo starts shooting, if it hits you, you'll carry it with your head. So just understand this. I'm too late to on Nyechi Flotsy. Okay, don't worry. You're going to listen to it from top as soon as we are through, so that you can get the details of what is happening and what we have said and the activities. You're all here autopilot to Nigeria Fulani government. That is why the sit at home is initiated, so that we can deal on the program of water continuing in the Promax dimension. So that must continue, and that is why we're saying what we're saying. So everybody must understand these details. So whatever you're doing, please sit at home on the 9th of December, the 10th of December, which is Saturday, the 11th of December, which is Sunday, the 12th of December, which is Monday, 13th, you can now come out to go buy your things, buy food stuff. Then 14th, another lockdown. Total sit at home in Biafra land. And all of these will happen in Biafra land. And then just watch how the freedom will come. The freedom will give you more benefits than what you have in Nigeria. Nigeria puts you at risk of Fulanis beheading, but Biafra gives you the opportunity for freedom and to excel in anything you're doing. Tata Scott, give Africans money and just leave them alone. Give Africans money and just leave them alone. Tiger Scott, can you expatiate on what you mean? Give Africans money and just leave them alone. I don't understand. Are you talking to the British to give them money and leave them alone? Or are you telling the people who are fighting for their freedom to give Africans money and leave them alone? Or are you saying that Africans are so money conscious that once you give them money, just leave them alone, they will now begin to kill themselves or misbehave? Try to make us understand, because there's so many meanings to your post, your message, so that we can understand. We have come to the end of today's meeting and today's submission, and tomorrow is going to be wonderful. Tomorrow is Saturday, the Nugget Conference. We're going to have our guest in the house, one of the veterans would have experienced the Biafra genocide that was committed against the Biafra people by the Nigeria and British alliance, you know, against our people in 1967. He's going to be here, a veteran who experienced the war and very experienced, very experienced. He's going to be here tomorrow to join us in the program, and he's going to be speaking more on the circumstances of the war and in relation to the strategies we're adopting today, and to see that we have, you know, our support, into the free cause of freedom, the support of everyone to the cause of freedom, and to give us strategic templates and ideas on how we can achieve this and how potent our weapons are. Remember, the guerrilla tactics is still on. As we said, keep on doing what you have to do in your communities as the ESN and the national program continues. You are part of that national community. What you do in your community is actually going to be propelled by the spirit of Biafra that will direct you, so that it will be in tandem with the national program going on as Mazi Samapa is leading us on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has ordained him to and anointed him by his words and pronounced the blessing upon his life. And so we all obey and respect and follow his orders according to the spirit of Biafra, according to the spirit that spoke through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, please support ESN financially. Any shot bullet isn't coming back. Yes, any bullet that is shot. Thank you, Mazi Onyekachuku, for that reminder. Any bullet that is shot is money. It doesn't return. But you see the way the Fulanis shoot it, because they have money bags being stolen from Biafra land, funding them. So, being stolen from Biafra land, and some coming from the Arab world and from the allies, from the British and other people, giving them the resources to continue the invasion of God's people, of the land of God's people. That is why it is our responsibility. Every one of us must fund ESN. Remember, ESN is an extension of the alliance. So when we talk about ESN, we're talking about the totality of the alliance. So please fund ESN by supporting. Please, the website to use is simple: www.ipobnusa.org/donate. It is rolling on. It is scrolling on your screen. Join those making history to restore our freedom by donating to support the Eastern Security Network in defense of our land against terrorists through the website www.ipobnusa.org/donate. Please do that. It's very important and key. Very important. Please, tomorrow's program is going to be hot. Very hot. And we're going to continue the narrative on Ejiofor. That guy is, oh my God. One of the biggest things that Chukwu has done for us this time is to expose him. Expose him. That's one of the biggest things that Chukwu has done for us. So you should know that the spirit of Biafra is truly alive and doing wonderful things. I want to appreciate you all for being part of this, and I want to say thank you all. And as we continue in this fight, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Biafra time. We're going to have a lovely time together. Sorry, please. It's going to be wonderful. So please be part of it and stay strong, stay careful, be careful and watch your back. Keep listening to Mazi Samanekwa. Go to this evening. He's going to come up. He's going to speak to us to join the broadcast. And also, I want to thank everyone who is doing the beats everywhere. Umuada, the Autopilot media, the Oduduwa Nation people, the leaders of Oduduwa, Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, the committees everywhere, everybody working. I want to appreciate you all. And remember, next week, Friday, by this time, the Alliance in Focus program will continue with having 2 guests from the Oduduwa media joining us, a male and a female. They'll be joining us next week, Friday. And so when I'm going to actually fundamentally conclude on the time, whether it's going to be 5 p.m. in the evening of Biafra time. We have joint media broadcast every Friday. So we're going to see whether we're going to make it 4 p.m., so that we can have, you all to be part of it, 4 p.m. Biafra time, so that we can have you all, because sometimes we find it hard. But it's supposed to be 1 p.m. anyways. I think they are still talking about that 1 p.m. So I'm going to conclude on the time with them so that we know what to do and see how it can go. God bless you all. I bless the day that God brought us together to see that we fight this freedom together and gave us the spirit to actually do what we have to do together Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Desire. May God, Lord, continue to strengthen you. We say thank you so much for the prayers. And I want to appreciate you all who have been part of this program. I say, Chukwu bless you. Thank you all. God bless you. Real good. Enjoy the rest of the day and continue to stay strong and fit for the program of restoration. See you in Biafra time when Biafra comes, and we'll celebrate together on the streets of Biafra. Thank you so much, Uzo, Amaka. Thank you so much for, and also bye to you and everyone. Thank you all. God bless you very good.
I believe that the reason God created man was for management.
Really? I have never heard it put that way.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
God will never allow growth where there is no management.
Wow, wow, wow.
So instead of praying for things from God, pray for the management ability.
Everything I tell you is true. Everything I open my mouth and I say is correct because heaven directs me on what to say. Heaven will tell me and I will tell you it will come to pass in front of your eyes. Not behind you, you will see it happening.
God will withhold things from you if you cannot manage them.
When you look at the facts that something around 1 million people perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments.
Vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
Excuse me. They can't tell me. No way. When the time comes, it's okay. What stupid country is this? So when you still tell somebody in secret, when you lie, you tell in secret. When you like it's in public, what stupid country is that? What stupid country is that, I ask you? When you like, you try in secret. When you like to try in private, they are killing my people. 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 After killing my people, you tell me to tell in secret. The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell Buhari, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me. He's a madman. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. You're telling me secret trial. Is the person mad? I, Nnamdi Kanu, will sacrifice anything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra comes.
We hereby declare no election, no 2023 general election in Biafra land. This no election in Biafra land has been activated. We are going to make it a task that must be done by every Biafran. All measures will be put in place to make sure the adequate civil disobedience is implemented to stop the election in Biafra land.
Do you know the meaning of discovery? It means to bring to light something that is buried on the ground. If you can accept that, then you know that Biafra is coming. There is nothing man can do about it. It's too late. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun.